What?
On August 8th, 2020, there was a birthday party going down in the woods around Roseland.
Oh, y'all slid on them at a birthday party, bro? That is crazy.
Hundreds of people showed up and were having a good time. But then out of nowhere, shots started going off and everyone started running for their lives. According to the cops, Purple City Boys and La Familia ran into each other at the party and got into an argument.
How?
And both sides.
How y'all link up at the same birthday party? How? That's crazy, bro.
Their straps and started shooting. According to some reports, over 100 shots went off.
Woo!
When it was all over, the only person who got killed was an innocent woman named Zion Hutcherson.
So you telling me two gangs met up with each other, was shooting at each other, over 100 shots was fired, and y'all missed y'all ops and killed the woman? What the fuck? Y'all need to get y'all aim up out here, man. If y'all sliding for real, y'all need to get y'all aim up. Y'all tripping. That's terrible, bro. What it is, YouTube, man? Back with another reaction video today. If I'm saying, man, we got JayDaYoungan crew hit for Rico sliding on the ops after his death. You hear me, man? I ain't know JayDaYoungan's ops or people's slid on ops after his death. I'm not even too sure who really killed JayDaYoungan. You hear me, man? So we gonna see what this video talk about. This video gonna show me. You know what I'm saying, man? It's gonna show y'all as well. Before we start though, man, appreciate if y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video, man. Smash that bell. You hear me, man? Shout out Hip Hop Daily for this video, man. Let's get it, man.
JayDaYoungan's brutal murder shocked the rap game back in 2022.
Yeah.
But nobody expected what his homies were gonna do to get revenge. They allegedly started sliding on the ops less than an hour after JayDaYoungan died.
What?
And now the whole crew is facing a RICO case. JayDaYoungan's hometown of Bogalusa, Louisiana isn't in the news much. It's in the middle of nowhere and only has around 10,000 people that live there. But it has one of the highest crime rates in America. And for a few hours on July 27th, 2022, it turned into a war zone. Jay had been fighting some serious cases for a couple of years, but in July 2022, he was out celebrating his freedom. He had just pleaded guilty to a gun case in June and was let out on supervised release. And his fans were ready to start hearing some new music. But while he was sitting outside of a house in Bogalusa with his dad having some drinks, a truck pulled up and 3 shooters hopped out and started letting off shots.
Sheesh.
Jay's dad started busting back while Jay and him tried to get inside the house for cover. But that's when 2 more shooters came up from behind the house and started letting off shots too. By the time it was over,
Oh yeah, that was planned. Yeah, they was on that.
Jay had been hit at least 8 times and was tragically pronounced dead at the hospital.
Sheesh.
But the violence wasn't over yet. While the cops were at the hospital trying to figure the situation out, they got a report about another shooting less than an hour after Jay was killed. On the other side of the city, someone had started letting off shots in traffic and hit up someone's whip, but luckily nobody got hurt. The cops knew from the jump that it was probably related to Jay getting shot, but his homies were still allegedly sliding through Bogalusa looking for ops. That night, another shooting went down after someone pulled up to another house and started letting off shots.
Dang.
Everyone made it out of the situation alive and without getting hit, but it was clear that Jay's death was already having a massive impact on the town. Rap fans were shocked when the news broke about Jay's murder.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. That was out of nowhere. I was so shocked, bro. I wasn't a fan of JayDaYoungan personally, but that was crazy, bro.
He was on his way up in the industry and was racking up millions of streams every time he dropped.
Yeah, he was.
Jay was working with huge rappers like Lil Durk and Boosie Badass, and nobody expected him to get taken out like that. But that's only because the deadly street beef Jay was wrapped up in hadn't been all over the news, so fans had no idea what was really going on in JayDaYoungan's city. Bogalusa and all the towns around it are small, and most of the time when people hear about Louisiana, it's news coming out of Baton Rouge or New Orleans.
Facts. That's literally the only 2 places I know in Louisiana.
So what most of Jay's fans didn't know is how active the streets of Bogalusa really are. So we're breaking down the crazy story that was going down behind the scenes. Jay and his homies ripped a crew in Bogalusa called 23, but his death might have been because of another set they were cool with called La Familia, aka FG. La Familia's clicked up with 23 and another set called Hunger Gang. La Familia has affiliates all over the area around Bogalusa, and a few years ago, they started beefing with a set called Purple City Boys, aka PCB, from a town called Roseland. According to reports,
from a town called Roseland. What? They in a different town?
Familia and Purple City Boys didn't have any issues back in the day, but that all changed around 2019 and the situation turned deadly. A rapper from La Familia named 700 Jeezy started beefing with a dude from Purple City Boys named Ty Keith. Nobody outside of the situation knows what was really going down behind the scenes, but the cops say that Jeezy and Ty Keith started dissing each other, and in 2020, one of them ended up dead. On June 21st, 2020, a bunch of Purple City Boy affiliates were at a Father's Day celebration in St. Helena Parish.
Right.
Everything was cool at first, but when Ty Keith was walking to his car, 700 Jeezy allegedly caught him lacking and left him dead on the scene.
Dang.
After Ty Keith was killed, his homie, Purple City Boy
After a Father's Day celebration, bro. That's insane, bro.
Buck dropped a track called Regardless in honor of him. In just 2 weeks after 700 Jeezy allegedly killed Ty Keith, 700 Jeezy linked up with JayDaYoungan for their own music video. Then 2 days after Jay and 700 Jeezy made the video, the beef between Purple City Boys and La Familia got an innocent woman killed.
What?
On August 8th, 2020, there was a birthday party going down in the woods around Roseland.
Oh, y'all slid on them at a birthday party, bro? That is crazy.
Hundreds of people showed up and were having a good time. But then out of nowhere, shots started going off and everyone started running for their lives. According to the cops, Purple City Boys and La Familia ran into each other at the party and got into an argument.
How?
And both sides
How y'all link up at the same birthday party? How? That's crazy, bro.
straps and started shooting. According to some reports, over 100 shots went off.
Woo!
When it was all over, the only person who got killed was an innocent woman named Zion Hutcherson.
So you telling me two gangs met up with each other, was shooting at each other, over 100 shots was fired, and y'all missed y'all ops and killed the woman? What the fuck? Y'all need to get y'all aim up out here, man. If y'all sliding for real, y'all need to get y'all aim up. Y'all tripping. That's terrible, bro.
Zion didn't have anything to do with the situation, but
That's
she got
even
caught
worse.
up in the crossfire and was tragically killed just a few feet away from her baby. 700
baby?
Jeezy allegedly let off some of the shots that killed Zion Hutcherson, and after it went down, he did the race and tried to escape from Texas.
Don't work like that, buddy. You always get caught.
JayDaYoungan allegedly helped him hide out while he was on the run, but the cops caught up to 700 Jeezy in August
Why
2020
they do him like that? Why they do him like that?
and booked him on second-degree murder charges. Then in 2021, the news broke that JayDaYoungan was wrapped up in the case too. He was
Right.
arrested for accessory to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice for helping 700 Jeezy escape after the shooting went down. But
they was on
JayDaYoungan told the
him.
cops he didn't know anything about the situation. Nobody's been booked for JayDaYoungan's murder yet, but rumors say it was Purple City Boys clapping back for the death of Ty Keith. If 700 Jeezy was the one who pulled the trigger on Ty Keith and Jay helped Jeezy out after it went down, it makes sense that Purple City Boys could have wanted to take Jay out.
That's true.
And after JayDaYoungan was killed, his homie FG Famous is allegedly the one who started sliding immediately.
Woo!
FG Famous and JayDaYoungan have been tight since they were kids and were linking up in the booth too.
Right.
But both of them are still connected to the streets, and FG Famous allegedly started putting major pressure on the ops after Jay died. Rumors
Bro,
say
imagine you know somebody your whole life, bro. Like your whole entire life, and then they pass away. Like, I could imagine that feeling, bro. That's probably like a terrible feeling. Like, especially y'all come up from zero and y'all rich too. Oh my god.
FG Famous was involved with at least one of the other shootings that went down right after Jay was killed.
Right.
And on the track, In the Name of 23, he raps, "That was my brother, nigga. What the fuck you think? I ain't gonna slide. I'm trying to flush a nigga. You fucking with that side and you gonna die. I swear I wish I was right there. I would've cut back with my 9.
So
And
you slide. You
till
slid
all
on the
my ops
ops.
put on the shelf, we ain't gonna stop slinging that iron. I got this 30 like I'm Steph. I'm trying to put one in his mind. You gotta feel how I just felt. On 23,
I'm
bitch,
a
I'm a
ride.
ride." FG Famous had been in the trenches since he was a kid, and the ATF had been on his case for a while. Before JayDaYoungan died, the cops at Bogalusa tried to pull FG Famous over for illegal tint on his whip, but FG Famous tried to do the dash and started speeding over 100 miles an hour through the town.
Right.
Then he ditched his car and tried to hide underneath the house, and that's where the cops found him with a pound of weed and 2 guns. FG Famous was out of jail when JayDaYoungan got shot, but the feds came through and arrested him in New Orleans while he was shopping for something to wear at Jay's funeral.
What?
Now he's facing a way bigger case too.
Wait, y'all arrested him while he was shopping for what?
In February 2024, news broke that a bunch of JayDaYoungan's homies were getting hit with the RICO case.
Right.
The feds have been investigating them for years and claim they've been running drugs and guns all over Louisiana, killing ops, and way more.
Killing ops.
One of the dudes named in the indictment is Kelzon Clark,
Kelzon
aka
Clark.
Boo, and JayDaYoungan allegedly shouted him out on the track Evil when he raps, "Who claim they gon' step for you? Heard these bitch ass niggas tripping. Shit, I know just what to do. Pull up with my cousin Boo. Might send shots hanging out the roof."
Oh.
It's not clear if the RICO indictment is gonna cover the shootings that went down after Jay was killed, but the cops have been investigating his homie since 2017, and obviously they think they have enough evidence to bring down the whole crew.
Wow.
The feds had already picked up JayDaYoungan one time before he died.
What that say? Hold on.
Jay had been in the trenches for a long time, and even after he popped off in the rap game, he was getting caught up in legal drama. Back in 2019, the cops pulled him over and found weed and oxy pills in his whip.
Oxy
Plus,
pills.
one of his homies in the car with him had a gun. Jay was supposed to be performing at Rolling Loud, which would have been a huge win for his career.
He was supposed to be at Rolling Loud 2019, bro. I did not know that, bro. That's crazy. He would have had them turned, I ain't gonna lie.
But he missed the show because he got booked. Then in March 2020, the cops raided JayDaYoungan's house.
Bro, this man, I almost forgot. Okay, it's starting to come back. This man, the most toxic relationship with his girl I've ever seen in my life. No, actually, you know what? Krishan and Blueface got them beat. Never mind. Their relationship was crazy. First they getting beat on, then they back together, then the girls was fighting, then he with the other girl, then he don't want her no more, so he go back to the other girl. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. And this is the one when they found him hiding in the attic all dirty. I remember it,
He
man.
allegedly put hands on the pregnant woman. When the police pulled up,
I remember this.
Jay tried to hide in the attic, but they found him up there and took $24K in cash from his crib too. 2021 was an even crazier year for Jay. In April 2021, he was booked in Georgia for possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute, and the cops said they also found a bunch of lean, oxy pills, and guns on him at the same time.
Man.
Then just a few months later, JayDaYoungan was hit with the accessory to second-degree murder charge over the 700 Jeezy and Tyke situation. And after he bonded out, Jay ended up right back behind bars. In October 2021, the cops caught him speeding down the highway with his passenger door open. And when Jay
down the highway with the passenger door open,
pulled over, they found a baby sitting in a woman's lap without a seatbelt.
Oh my God.
Jay bonded out again, but that's when the feds got involved. 1 month later, the ATF booked JayDaYoungan on federal charges. It's not clear what they were trying to get him for because he was killed before the case could go to trial, but the cops were all over Jay. And that's why a lot of people thought a RICO was coming way before the news was official. While most people think Purple City Boys was involved with JayDaYoungan's death, there are also some crazy rumors going around that the situation
Who else y'all think
involves Jay's homies in Jacksonville, Florida. When
Young
JayDaYoungan started popping off in the rap game, he was linking up with other artists all over the South. And a few years before he died, he tapped in with Young and Ace from Jacksonville.
Him and Young and Ace is real cool. I remember.
Ace has been at war.
They got a whole tape together.
Another Jacksonville rapper named Julio Fulio for years. And their beef has made news all over the country. Jay linked up with Young and Ace right when the war in Jacksonville was really kicking off. Bodies were dropping on both sides. And Ace and Fulio started trading some of the wildest diss tracks ever. One of the people who died in their beef was Fulio's younger brother, Lil Bibby. And everyone on Ace's side started dissing him like crazy. When JayDaYoungan started rocking with Ace, he hopped in the beef too and even clowned Bibby by wearing a jersey.
Oh, he bloody. I did not know this. That's
with his name on it. Even though Jay wasn't actually involved with the streets in Jacksonville at all, he made it clear that he was picking a side in the war. And that's why some people believe that Fulio's people had something to do with his death.
Nah, I don't
After
think
Jay
so.
died, Fulio hopped on IG.
Rest in peace at JayDaYoungan. You will be missed. LOL. Wow. Who is that? That's Queso right there with JayDaYoungan.
And started clowning his death. Fulio got a lot of hate for dissing JayDaYoungan. So he went live and said that Jay was acting like Fulio was his op. Jay was dissing his dead homies. So Fulio said he wasn't gonna just sit back and let it slide without saying anything. Fulio and his crew have allegedly caused all kinds of violence in Jacksonville.
Yes, they
but there's no evidence that they were actually involved in Jay's murder. Fulio's not the only rapper that people are trying to tie the case to though. Back in the day.
Nah, not Youngboy. Not Youngboy. Stop it. No, I don't think so. They beef wasn't that deep, right?
JayDaYoungan was also cool with NBA Youngboy and his team. Jay and his homie FG Famous linked up with OG33 for the track No Mask.
And he got some with
JayDaYoungan
Quando.
also dropped the track with Youngboy's homie Quando Rondo
Thuggin'
For Real. JayDaYoungan and Youngboy ended up making some music together too, but there was drama going down behind the scenes. Jay posted a snippet of an unreleased track that he had with Youngboy, and Youngboy hopped in the comments.
Oh yeah, I remember he told him to delete his song. He don't even know how he got it.
After that, Jay started airing everything out and claimed that Youngboy was upset because Jay was hooking up with Youngboy's ex. JayDaYoungan dropped the track 38K and rapped, "I'm in my bag and niggas pissed, and plus he mad about a bitch. When I was fucking on his hoe, he was steady asking me about shit and begging me to leave her alone. This nigga acting like the bitch." Then Jay took another shot at Youngboy.
Dissed him dirty. I remember this. He showed the text messages. Oh man, I don't think this is really YB, but that was wild, bro. It might be. I don't know.
For making the comment about the track and said, You put that pussy comment on my post, they laughed about that shit.
When she was
But
gagging on my,
laughing when your
yeah, I
baby mama
remember.
gagged all on my dick.
I remember.
JayDaYoungan also took a shot at YoungBoy's manager Dump, who had been shot and killed during YoungBoy's beef with the set called TBG. Dump and YoungBoy were really tight.
Yeah,
So
I
Jay
remember.
started off his 38K track with the line, "And I don't dump no ashes either. Finna get real disrespectful. I don't give a fuck."
Sheesh.
JayDaYoungan even shouted out Young and Ace's homie Queso on the
Queso.
track. Queso is
Free Queso.
allegedly one of the deadliest guys in Ace's crew.
Yup.
And on 38K, Jay was talking about sending them on hits with the line, "Draco, tell them niggas lay low. I say go, my shooters, they gon' take souls. And I know a real stepper.
Shout out Queso.
Shout out Queso.
Ooh.
And I know a real hoe.
They call him Baby Joe. No.
YoungBoy allegedly clapped back at Jay on the track.
Oh, this a JayDaYoungan diss? I thought this was a Kodak diss. Okay, I must have been wrong. I like this song right here.
Step on shit when he rapped. Pussy nigga scared to be in the beef.
Like he
lying
in the
like
streets,
he in the
know he be
streets.
dead.
Knowing he'll be dead if we knew just where he was.
Stepping
So
on
we
them
been stepping
ducks.
on them ducks. But after that, the beef pretty much died down. There's nothing linking YoungBoy or his crew, but the rumors started flying after a video came out
Oh
showing
my
JayDaYoungan's
God.
family and friends listening to 38K during Jay's funeral. No one knows for sure, but it doesn't really make sense for YoungBoy to be involved with the situation at all.
Right.
JayDaYoungan and him weren't beefing that hard, and nobody had been hurt or killed over the drama. So YoungBoy sending shooters all the way out to Bogalusa over a couple of disses doesn't
I
make
don't think so.
sense. But now Jay's homies are all facing a RICO case, and people almost
Sheesh.
always start flipping when the whole crew gets wrapped up like this. Pretty much nobody beats a RICO if they take it to trial.
Right.
So some of the dudes will probably start telling everything to get a plea deal.
Young Thug finna be his case on God. Is Young Thug in a RICO case? I can't remember if it's a RICO, but Young Thug gonna be his case on God. He is. Man, y'all, let me know y'all feel about this video. You hear me, man? Let me know if it was a dub or a L. This one was definitely a good video. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. You hear me, man? Me personally, what I think is he died in his hometown. He was beefing in his hometown. It had to be somebody from his hometown. That's where most people get killed at. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to get rich in my hometown, leave and come back, they gonna try to do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens to a lot of rappers though. There ain't no point in going back, bro. You can get that bag, man. Just make it out and just stay out the way and handle your business, man. Y'all, I don't think YoungBoy had nothing to do with this. I don't think Fulio had nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Give me y'all thoughts on this, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, man. Smash that bell, you hear me, man? Tap the links in my description. I'm going to sign with y'all, man. Ooh.